welcome back, or welcome in if it's your first time, to the stream show. We're going to have some live college football action for you. Obviously, as you can see on the screen, my favorite team is Miami Hurricanes. Go the U! We're going to try, so far, we're in Dynasty, but we're further ahead in the future, couple years. I have run it up quite a bit. I think I won like 5 back-to-back titles on here. If you want to go back, you can check some of the streams if you go to my profile on YouTube. Click the link to YouTube. They're not going to be on Twitch because I need more people to tune in when I'm live, so I have bigger memory, so I can save these and highlight them for you. Alright. Well, we're in Dynasty mode. This is EA College Football 26. So far in the season, we're 5-0. We're ranked number 3 in the country. You're not going to recognize the players because we're in the future. We're playing at home. We're going to wear the blackouts against NC State, who have updated uniforms on here. They look pretty nice, by the way. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining the stream. If you want to know anything about me, you can check out the links. The links on my profile will send you to other social websites, so you can check those out as well if you like. If you want to see a lot of clips or highlights to anything I'm streaming and beyond, click the link to YouTube. I'm telling you, you're missing out. There's over 2,000 clips on there. Just for you, all free. All you gotta do is click a like, subscribe, whatever you, just for support. That's all I ask. Come check this out. This is for all ages. Please refrain. If you want to chime in with any profanity, please refrain from doing so. And no bullying. That's the only real rule I have. If you want to advertise your website or your stream on Twitch, just let me know in advance. Shoot me a DM on Twitter. The link's in my profile. I have no problem with doing it. Just let me do it. So that way I can promote you, a way I want to on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Because I took the time and effort to make this. So enjoy. Kick back, grab your snacks. It's touchdown time.
College. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Miami's offense will go to work first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
To the ground, he's got it again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Fuller. They get to him as he throws. Grabbed in the middle. It's Higgins. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
They got the completion, and the quarterback's happy. He got a completion, stats looking good. He's like, wait a minute, dude, stop hitting me. Please protect me a little bit better up front.
And the Hurricanes have this offense rolling. Let's go, let's go. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Higgins. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The give to the tailback. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Here we go. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Canes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Slams it ahead. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Here we go, set. Dropping back, it's Fuller. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Miami. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes them, gets another 1st down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Burton. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
From the gun, running back on the move. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Caught in the backfield. It's Burton. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete.
And that short completion now sets up a big 3rd down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7 to nothing, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical 3rd down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make the big play.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could...
Touchdown, North Carolina State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Looking downfield, it's Fuller. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And some room to work. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Still running at the 40. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Looking to pass. It's Fuller. He lofts one down the sideline. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, it's picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Open space at the 25. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Pulls it in, it's Burton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snatches it on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take another shot here. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Fuller. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run it from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Eakin. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying play action. It's complete to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Lawrence. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offense.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And in the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Lawrence. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the red.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's why everybody in college football is trying to recruit athletes like this to play the 4-3 defensive end position. You can find guys that can stop the run at defensive end, but how many are excellent pass rushers? How many have all the tools in their toolbox like this guy does? Not many.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Really short gain on that one, defense all over it. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back looking for room. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Canes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wants to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? And a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw, it's Fuller. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Got room to work. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
And the Hurricanes are on the move.
Military stunt.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Military stunt. Military stunt.
They go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
Let's go.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And the Canes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
Come on, set.
They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the single back. Hard running there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Canes will have it 1st and 10.
Ready, ready.
The give to the back. Touchdown, Miami! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Nevada is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 30 over Hawaii. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
And every defensive coordinator in the country will tell you, you want to get them to 3rd and long, obvious passing situations. Because they won 2nd down and they got that big sack, they put them in the predictable 3rd down. They win and probably force the punt here.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Under a minute to go, just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite them. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with a W.
They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the SMU Mustangs offense will go to work first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all did.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one.
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Fowler. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Miami's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Turns it on in midfield. Wide open spaces. He's at the touchdown Hurricanes. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he caps things off with a scintillating 68-yard scoring run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Trick 9, B. Trick 9.
Hold and fire complete. Looking for room at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles and got him on the ground.
Off the play fake. He's got it down the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Catch is made at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
The give to the back. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Fuller. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The one thing I love about this defensive coordinator is that he has a lot of different exotic looks. He's not just going to rush with 4. He's not just going to rush with 3. He's not just going to blitz linebackers. This guy's blitzing DB.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Off-play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open, makes the catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Paulo.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him. And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
It's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Off-play action on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Here we go. Sack.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
The Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. Lost the defense, he's wide open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Fly, trumpet.
Back to pass, it's Fuller. Makes the grab, it's Avram. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Base, 27, jump.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41.
Come on, set.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Ready, ready.
Spins away from the defense. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down, and of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. And he missed it. No good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
They'll try the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Back to throw, it's Fuller. Makes the grab. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
Military stun.
From the gun, the running back has it. Makes it past the marker. Turning it on. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field.
Dip 3 soda. Dip 3 soda. Military stun. Military stun.
Now from inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Let's go. Let's go.
Motion from the back. To the air on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
That's some great toughness by the quarterback. Hanging in the pocket. Listen, knowing you're going to get smacked and still being able to deliver the football down the field. Good toughness by that quarterback.
And the Hurricanes have it with a first and goal.
Ready.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
On to attempt the try. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Hawaii is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Honolulu deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 17 to Colorado State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Dropping back, it's Fuller. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, SMU.
And they come come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Hurricanes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Higgins. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Fuller. Got it in the middle, it's Need. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Trick 9B. Trick 9B.
Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Oh, look out. The ball's free. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Mustangs. The defense takes matters into its own hands. You're happy you got the ball back, but the defense takes it a step further and just goes ahead and gets 6.
Yeah, you just want to get the stop, right? And you get the stop, get the points. But guess what, Reese? I'm going to need another stop. This defense is going to be right back on the field. Unbelievable play, but you got to do it again.
Fielded in the end zone. It's April. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. To throw, it's Fuller. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
He's going to let it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Got his man quickly. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Fuller. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some.
Breaks into the open. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Power football with the run. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these 2 teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Running back searching for a hole. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. It's complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Touchdown, Miami! They jump on top here in OT.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away to buy time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Louisville's offense will take the field first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Fuller. Throwing right. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cardinals want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these players.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. To the air, it's Fuller. Takes a hit as he fires. And he can't connect on the throw, it's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take the deep shot. Snags it on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Hand off from the shotgun. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Canes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Nebraska endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Memorial Stadium, and the Huskers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fires to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
From the gun on third down. He's got him. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They'll test the right side. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're gonna mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Bully ball on third and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Cardinals are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of running room. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Cardinals will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Got a man. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. It's Fuller. This one's complete.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll try to run for it. Across the 35. Racing to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Canes! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. Hauls it in. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Cardinals really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Cardinals send out the punt unit. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Fuller. Under fire. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hurricanes will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab, pass to Marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They'll immediately call timeout. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Just enough time to get off one more snap.
Charcoal.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
The Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Fuller. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Man, that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now their offense has got to put some points on the board.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, he'll throw it. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter. This offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Cardinals want to pick up the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Louisville! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Give to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Fuller. Unloads to the wideout. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football.
Fires one high and deep. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the move. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt. Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt and tying the game, these guys want to take the lead. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Find some room, and that's what you want to get away from the goal line. A 5-yard pickup out to the 6. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Fuller. Makes the catch, it's Need. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Canes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the 1st down. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to throw, it's Fuller. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Going right to work up top. It's complete to the right. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Quick pass and catch good enough for the 1st down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards.
He leaves it with the back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown Cardinals. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. He's got an open man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go right back to it. Turning it on! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Offense in a split backfield. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State. They used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Base, 27, jump.
From the gun, give on the inside. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Canes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. The short hands. It's Need. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
They'll try the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a man. It's Fuller. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Got it, looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, you're...
Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I think early in the football game, man, you're figuring out the wind. I think he kind of underestimated that a little bit. Like, throws that football, the wind knocks it down a little bit. The defense takes advantage with some early momentum on that interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the handoff. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Wants to fire on second down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Fuller. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Motion from the wide receiver. The play action fake. He'll get rid of it. Working that left side. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's whipped. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. catch in the middle. It's Madden. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. Just keeps slinging it. Caught near the sticks. It's Madden. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On the move, it's Robinson. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Stanford. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
To the air on second down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Works the middle of the field. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They're going to run it. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Looking for space. It's Need. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout this?
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air. It's Fuller. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finds his man. It's Averill. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Higgins. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Lost to throw again. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cardinal. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over New Mexico State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt.
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down, they'll go to the air. He got the toe down. That's going to look spectacular on his social media, but not so much for the down and distance after he loses yardage. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. Dropping back, it's Fuller. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field. Oh, they blocked the kick. And they got it. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 30. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
The Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. It's Madden. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Stanford lines up to punt it away. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Give to the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Fuller. Oh, they're after him! And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Cradles it at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Wicks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Makes the grab on the shuffle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Power football with the run. Strong run and a pick up of 5 out to the 15.
It's
going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's Fuller. Makes the grab on the left. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
And the Hurricanes come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker and they'll turn it over on downs. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got a man, it's Madden. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle, it's Quicks. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Stanford! And here they come, almost all the way back.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Looking to take a shot. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to SMU. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. Turning it on. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's a draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a plan.
Caught in the backfield. It's Shabara. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that is interception number 3 on the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Hurricanes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Pace, 27, jump.
The give to the tailback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.